मुखम
Discuss something on Ramayan. साल में एक बार. So there are two Ramayana. There is one Ramayana from Tulsidas and one Ramayana from Valmiki Muni. Valmiki Muni is something that Prabhupada um, authorized. Because somewhere in Tulsidas Ramayana, there is some impersonal conception, Prabhupada said. जैसे Prabhupada said, if you want to read Ramayana, read Valmiki version of Ramayana. Valmiki Ramayana has how many kand? 7. There is, I think I know only 6. There is Bal Kand, Ayodhya Kand, Aranya Kand, Kishkinda Kand, Sundara Kand,
Uttarakhand is the last.
Uttarakhand.
Uttarakhand, sorry.
Oh, so Tulsidas Ramayana Valmiki na same kand both.
What are you? So which one is first?
Valmiki is first because he wrote in Satya Yoga. Valmiki. So we'll discuss something from Kishkinda Kand today. Kishkinda Kand begins from um, after Sita Apharan, Ram, he was in his distressed condition along with Lakshmana. He performed the last rite of Jatayu. Then he kept moving and he met Kabandha demon who was killed by Lord Ram and who told him to go and make friendship with Sugriva and he will help you find Mother Sita. And then Kabanda said, go to Kishkinda. And just before that, there is also an ashram of Matanga Rishi. And there is Shabari who is waiting for you. So then Ram went and he ate the berries, half-eaten berries of Shabari out of love and sent Shabari back to Ayodhya. And then Lord Ram came to Rishamukha mountain. And these are like, there are many peaks in the mountain. So Lord Ram came and he was going from one, like they were walking, Ram and Lakshman. Ram had like majesty actually when he walks. So Sugriva was up in the mountain and he was looking that there are these two powerful, mastic humans. What are they doing here? So first he got a doubt. Vali has come in disguise. Then Hanuman was there with him. They were actually 4 or 5 Vanaras. And Sugriva was huge. Sugriva and Vali are big size actually. So there is Hanuman, there is Jambavan. Who else is there? With Sugriv. There is one more, I think. Nobody knows anything. I thought you all know actually. Okay. So then they were like running from one mountain peak to another, and Sugriva is filled with fear because of Vali. Vali cannot come into the Rishamukha mountain. Hanuman told him because Vali was cursed by Matanga Rishi that he cannot be anywhere 4 kilometers around Matanga Rishi's ashram. Because there was one demon whose name was Dundubi, and Dundubi was looking for a duel fight. And Dundubi went many places and everybody said, we don't have that much strength. He has a strength of like 10,000 elephants or something. Then he came and I don't know who recommended that if you want a dual fight, you go and fight with Wali. Wali was very powerful. Childhood Wali was very powerful. There is a story also where one time Wali, he bound Ravana in his tail and went to east, west, north, south of the ocean and then throw it. Ravana said, okay, let's go back. So Wali was very powerful. So Dundubi, he called for Wali. So Wali and Sugriva. Sugriva was like a younger brother of Wali. And Sugriva was acting like a servant of Wali in a way. Like whatever Wali would say, Sugriva would do. And they both started coming, huge figure, huge monkeys. When they started coming, Dundubi was like, this is unexpected. So Dundubi started running. First, he actually called for Lalkanda. Then he started running. Then he saw there was a cave in the earth. Then he entered into the cave. Then Wali said, Bhai, you wait here. I'll go and I will. No, that was Mayavadi one. So Dundubi actually had a fight with Wali. Dundubi killed Wali and he threw the body of Wali and it fell, the blood fell in Matanga Rishi's ashram. Then Matanga Rishi became very angry and he cursed that whoever did this, if he comes within 4 mile range of my ashram, he'll turn into stone. So then Wali never went there. And Wali was a good character, bad character. Yeah, actually he was first good, but then he took the path of adharma out of anger for he would never like no Rakshasas, no rules and regulations. Bali would fight also according to dharma actually. So we know the story of where Mayava Divan also like Arcade, he kind of Lalkarna. And then that time Sugriva and Vali they chased Mayavadivan. Then Mayavadivan entered into the earth. Then Vali also entered. And Vali told Sugriva, you stay here. Sugriva waited for 1 year. And nothing was no and but he after 1 year he heard the sound of Mayavadivan. Then he thought and that Vali is killed and he won. And some blood was coming out of the ground. So then he put the stone and covered. So it's not that Vali cannot, I mean, so that there is easily they can remove the stone. And what is stone for Vali and Mayavi demon? But they don't know where the opening is. So then Sugriva, Vali searched and he did not find anything. In the meantime, Sugriva went and Sugriva became very sad that my brother Vali is killed. And he didn't want Mayavi demon to come out. So Sugriva went and he became the king. And Sugriva had a wife whose name was Ruma, and Vali's wife's name was Tara. So then he like became the king, sat on the throne. Very soon, Vali could not find an opening. So Vali with his fist broke the whole range only and then just came out. Vali doesn't need to look for an opening. But it took so long because Vali was searching for Mayavi demon for 1 year and Vali could not find a demon only. But Vali was so powerful, he can easily kill. Then when Vali came back, then he saw Sugriva was on enthroned. Then he became very angry. Then he like um, he like really fought with Sugriva and intensely. Then Sugriva went and took shelter in Rishamukha mountain, knowing that Vali could not come. So when Ram was coming, Ram and Lakshmana were coming, then Hanuman said, this cannot be Vali. If he comes in any form, he'll turn into stone. Then Sugriva said, then these are the representatives of Vali. Then Hanuman said, I will go and find them. And they are all looking at Ram and Lakshman, but Ram and Lakshman were, to them, they were unaware. So then Hanuman came, and Hanuman came in the form of a sannyasi. Brahmana. And he said, you two brothers seems very majestic and looks like kingly personalities. Where are you coming from? What brings you here? And who are you both? Then Ram asked Lakshman to introduce. And Lakshman said, this is Dasharath Putra Ram, king of Ayodhya. And and I am his younger brother Lakshman. And we have come here to make ties with Sugriv. To um, Ram has lost um, Ram has lost his wife Sita. Sita is abducted by Ravana. And this is already told to Ram and Lakshman by Jatayu that he has taken. Jatayu fought very valiantly actually. Then naturally Hanuman was a devotee of Lord Ram. There was a conversation. Then he asked Prabhu Ram to please sit on his shoulder and he will take both of them to Sugri. Sugri was somewhere on the mountain top. So they both sat on the two shoulders and Hanuman made a jump. First, Hanuman came to his original Vanar form. Then he made a jump. And then there is the first meeting between Sugriva and Ram and Lakshman. And Jambavan was also there. So Hanuman gave a log of wood where Ram and Lakshman sat. Hanuman and Sugriva, they fed some forest berries and fruits to Ram and Lakshman. Then Ram said that we have come here to make allies. We need your help to find Mother Sita. And Sugriva said, I will be happy, but right now I myself is bound to this 4 mile area and cannot go anywhere. And I have nobody to help me because of Vali. Then Ram asked, if you help me to kill Vali, then I will help you. Then I'll become the king. Then I will help you to find Mother Sita. And also, then Sugriva showed some jewelry that Mother Sita fell. When Mother Sita, so Ravana carried Mother Sita. And when Mother Sita was going, Mother Sita saw these four Vanaras from the top in the mountain top hill. And Mother Sita throw some jewelry. So Sugriva had those. Sugriva showed it to Ram, some broken, like distorted golden jewelry and some broken pearls because Sita was in great pain and she was just throwing something. It was very pitiful for Ram to see those, and by that he could understand the condition of Mother Sita, the pain that she was in. Then Sugriva said that we are Vanaras, we know Ravana. We know Ravana has abducted her, but we don't know where Ravana lives. Because we can only go from one mountain top to another. But these Rakshasas, they can fly for thousands of miles. So he went in this way, but we don't know where his उनका अड्डा कहाँ पे रावण का. But we will help you find if you help us with this. Yeah. So Ram asked, tell me more about Vali. Then Vali told this story of Dundubi. Then Vali told this story of Mayavi demon. And then Bali also also told him about the strength of Bali, like what all he can do. Huh? Sugriva told the strength of Bali. Then there was Hanuman made a fire and he said, आप दोनों लोग आपस में एक like हाँ मतलब कि पक्का हो गया ये कि आप दोनों एक दूसरे का like you both will help each other. Then Sugriva said, I have seen the strength of Vali, but I don't know your strength. So first I want to see if you can actually are capable of killing Vali. Um, um, then there was Dundubi's bones there. And Dundubi bones, nobody, it was like white skeleton bones. So nobody could move Dundubi's bone also. So Sugriva said, only Vali and such strength can actually move these bones. So if you can move or push these bones, then I will believe that you have the strength equivalent to Vali. So Ram pushed, and the bones went 800,000 miles away. So you're like, oh, that's impressive. Then he said, but this Sugriva also can, this Vali can also do. So I want you to do something more. So there was sal trees, SAL, sal trees. They are equivalent to uh, 30 hand, like this much diameter. So 30 means from here to here, maybe that much. Huge trees, these are sal trees. And Vali has a strength that he could break with his fist. So he said, if you can do something to the sal trees, break one sal tree, then I will believe that you had the strength. Then Ram took the quiver and he shot, and it passed through the whole sal tree. Then went through, there were only 7. It passed through all the 7 sal trees and then entered the earth into the subterranean regions, into the earth, and then came out and entered back into the quiver of Ram. So we are like, wow.
Sugriva is asking Ram to prove.
Ram to prove, because he has seen Vali's strength. He's making a pact, but he is asking, prove your strength because I don't know your strength. So Ram is giving some test to Sugriv.
So Ram is
So Ram is, yeah, Sugriva is asking him to give test, and Ram is proving his, yeah.
Sugriva will fight.
No, but Ram will kill me. So first I want to show that you need to be more powerful than Vali. Then Sugriva also told that Vali has got the benediction. Whoever he fights, he gets 50% powers from that person. So I really need faith before we make the pact that you can actually kill Vali. Then Ram, after this, then Vali said, now I think I'm confident that Vali will be sent to abode of Yamaraj very soon. Confident. Then they had this pact. Then Ram said, all right, so first I will kill Vali and then you help me. So this whole thing happened in 1 year. From Sita Apharan, abduction, till Ram in this 13th year. 11 years Ram lived in Panchavati, and first 2 years in Chitrakoot and Dandaka forest, then Panchavati, and Panchavati, Surpanakha came and Sita was abducted, and last 1 year is this. Yuddha Kand begins, no, Sundar Kand, okay. So these, some of the Kands, na, so much time pass in just few chapters, and this is like 3 Kand. So then Ram said, let's you go and you invite Vali for a fight, duel, amne samne, and then I'll come and I'll help you. So Sugriva went, and Sugriva instigated Vali, and he said, अगर दम है तो आके युद्ध करो, you have any strength, come and fight me, डर के अंदर मत बैठो. So Vali said, Vali told Tara, I think his last day has come. I don't know. I'm waiting for this opportunity and see what he's speaking. So then Vali came out, and when Vali walks, they're monkeys actually. Like they walk on 4 legs. He's like coming. And they both had a fierce fight. And they both are like egg, like they both have fierce fight. But soon Vali took over. And Vali, if he hits, Vali came with his 2 hands and hit the chest of Sugriva full force, and Sugriva vomited blood. Oh. And like slowly, Sugriva was becoming weak, and Vali was like becoming more and more powerful. Then Sugriva has no option, and he's looking here and there. Ram is not visible. उनका बढ़ता बन चुका था. Sugriva has only one option: run to Rishabh, come out. He started running. But he was running slow. Bali is running fast. Look. And Sugriva just entered the range. And Bali didn't want to become stone. So Bali said, Death escaped you today. But next time, dare you come in front of me. So with the after he went to his scooty. Then Ram came. He's looking at Ram like now. Like, sir, you should have told me before that you are a cheater. That you are not trustworthy. Your words looks like anybody can trust you and see. Then Ram said, I could not recognize. Your two brothers look the same. Both are Vanar class only. I don't want to kill you. I don't know who is who. So Ram said, you give a duel again. Already Bharta बन चुका है उनका. Then he trusted Ram this time. He said, okay, fine. Lakshmana said, Ram, and then Ram said, tomorrow Vali will be on death. And Ram said, if any words comes from me, it can never go wrong. First time he didn't say. He said, get into a duel. But he didn't say. But he said this time, tomorrow Vali will be on deathbed. If any words come from me, it can never go wrong. Then Lakshmana said, I attest. Tomorrow Vali will be on deathbed. Strong confidence on Lakshmana. And Vali said, all right. Then Vali went out again to the kingdom. He said, Darpok! ना मैं तो सामने बाहर आ. Vali thought, oh, so soon. Still he will be full of blood. Then Tara got a doubt. Tara said, there are some these symptoms no, of like quivering of the left eye, some inauspicious symptoms. So Tara said, I have heard two great humans. And this cannot be Sugriva. Sugriva knows you, and Sugriva is not in a condition to fight. This must be the power of these two brothers. I have heard they have killed 14,000 Rakshasas, including Khar and Dushan. So I think there is some alliance with them. Then Vali said, don't worry, I have also heard about him. But I have no enmity towards him. And I have heard he is a righteous, virtuous man. And he will never fight with me without any cause. And my fight is with Sugriva. There is a good chance there is an alliance. But he won't come in between, or he won't come from behind because he is virtuous. So I think no need to worry. Today, I will put Sugriva to death. You see. And then he neglected Tara's advice. So then Sugriva also with great strength he went. Again, they were like Vanar mouth. They shout, and they both started again fighting. Again, he put some strength, Sugriva. And again, Sugriva again looking. This time he's looking around. That time, Prabhu Ram took his bow, took the quiver, shot and pierced the heart of Vali from behind. In such a way that Vali was dying, but he became unconscious. He was actually, he sat on the top of Sugriva and he was about to give the last blow to Sugriva, like a death blow. At that time, and Vali was in pool of blood and he fell down there. And Sugriva, okay, good. For some time, Vali was unconscious. Then, by Ram's mercy, Vali still had strength to speak. Then Vali again came back to consciousness, opened his eyes, and Lord Ram came forward. These Vanar, they have no weapons. All they have is their own physical strength. That's all. But Ram has weapons. So Ram came, and Vali was lying there. Then there is a great conversation between Wali and Ram. Should we read that conversation? है ना? That will be nice. It's 8:30 already. I think we should read this conversation before we end, because otherwise we won't discuss till next year. What do I do? It's not clicking here.
Click done.
Oh, it has to name a name or something.
Screen also go.
Yeah, okay.
See here, Bali told Tara no need to fear on Rama's account. He knew about the human prince. Ram was devoted to virtue and piety. He would never commit the sin of killing an innocent person, nor would he intervene in the fair fights of others. This is a conversation between Vali and Tara. Vali fell to the ground, uttering a great cry. He lay unconscious, with his body bathed in blood. Although struck by Ram's powerful arrow, the monkey did not die, as he was wavering a gold chain Indra had given him. By Indra's blessing, that chain was capable of preserving the life of whoever wore it, lying there with his scattered garments and shining ornaments, and the glowing arrow of Ram protruding from his chest. Vali looked like a colorful banner suddenly dropped to the ground. Ready? Ram and Lakshman slowly approached the mortally wounded monkey. Vali opened his eyes and looked up at Ram, who was smiling at him. The fallen monkey spoke with difficulty. You are famous for your truth and virtue, O Ram. How then have you committed such an abominable act? What was my crime that I should be punished in this way? I did not attack you. Indeed, I was engaged in a fair combat with another. Why then have you killed me, remaining concealed at a distance? Bali accused Ram of irreligion, saying that he only posed as a virtuous person. This heinous deed indeed proved him to be otherwise. He had lost control of his mind and senses, overcome by desire and swayed by sentiment. Out of friendship for Sugriva, he had abandoned righteousness. Clear? Gasping for breath. And Vali was actually dying. He's like saying that you have taken the side of adharma because of a friendship and sentiment towards Vali. I was having a fair fight between two of us. Then why did you intervene from behind? But you pose yourself as a religious man. Why did you do that? Gasping for breath, Vali went on. I cannot understand why you have acted in this way, O Ram. Why did you have to what did you have to gain by killing me, a mere monkey living in the forest on wild fruits? The scriptures condemn the eating of monkeys' flesh or using of their skins. There was no reason to slay me. I have done you no harm at all. Surely this act will be condemned by all holy men, and you will go to hell. You see, actually, Vali is speaking scriptures. Very nicely, he is speaking actually from his point of view. Vali censured Rama at length, like basically chastised, speaking passionately. After some time, he closed his eyes and fell back exhausted. He felt regret. Why had he not listened to Tara? She had tendered him wise advice. By ignoring her, he had reaped the results of his impiety. The arrow in his chest burnt like fire. The arrow, it was like burning while he is unconscious, he's dying, he's thinking, and still the fire is increasing in his body, and he's gasped and he want to speak. Vali was shocked. How could the virtuous Ram have perpetrated such a vile deed? Rama waited for Vali to regain a little strength. When the monkey again opened his eyes, Ram said, "Oh Vali, you clearly do not understand righteousness and religion. This entire earth belongs to the descendants of Manu, having been bequeathed to them by that great deity and speaker of religious codes. Bharat now rules this world, and we, his brothers, are his servants. It is our duty to roam the earth, promoting virtue and punishing the wicked. You, proud monkey, are indeed wicked." Rama then explained to Vali rules of morality. The younger brother should be regarded as one's own son, and his wife as one's daughter in law. Vali had therefore been guilty of a great sin in punishing the sinless Sugriva and cohabiting with Ruma, Sugriva's wife. The scriptures prescribe death as a punishment for one who has illicit sexual relations with his own daughter or a wife of his younger brother. There was no doubt that Rama's punishing him was just. Ram continued to address the pain-stricken Vali. You are now freed from the sinful reaction which would have sent you to hell. A person punished by the king is released from all sins and ascends to heaven. But if the king fails to punish a sinner, then he himself incurs the sin. O Vali, you should not grieve, for you have been fortunate to receive the proper punishment, making you eligible for the higher planets after death. Nor did I act wrongly by remaining concealed. Since you are a monkey, this was the appropriate way to kill you. Just as when hunting, the king shoots arrows at animals while hidden from view, so I shot you. This is allowed for kings. Vali could not argue. He had always felt remorseful for the way he had treated Sugriva. This shows a good nature of Vali. He is always remorseful that why I am treating my brother like this. He had always felt remorseful for the way he had treated Sugriva, but had denied those feelings, remaining fiercely antagonistic toward his brother. Now he had finally received the result. All creatures had to accept the fruits of their own acts alone. No suffering or happiness came other than as a result of one's formal acts. Understanding this, Vali accepted Ram's words as true and gave up his anger and greed. With difficulty, he replied, "How can a dwarf argue with a giant? O Ram, you are the best knower of all religious principles. I am justly punished. Please forgive my harsh words spoken earlier out of sorrow and confusion. I have certainly strayed from the path of virtue." Vali feared that after his death, his brother Sugriva would be antagonistic to his son Angada. He begged Ram to establish a friendship between the two monkeys. Ram assured Vali that Sugriva would rule the Vanaras with righteousness, treating Angada like a younger brother. Vali lost consciousness. His life all but ended. At that moment, Tara ran out of the city, crying for her husband. She saw the monkeys, who were Vali's followers, running about in all directions, seized with fear of Ram. Tara stopped some of them and asked them why they were fleeing. See there your mighty husband struck down by Ram's arrow, they replied. Death in the form of Ram is bearing him away. Leave quickly for us, for soon Sugriva will take over the city and drive us out, assisted by Ram's deadly arrows. Tara looked around and saw Vali lying on the ground. Nearby, Ram leaned on his great bow. With a wail, she ran toward her fallen husband, beating her breast and head. She fell at Vali's feet. The lordly ape resembled a mountain struck down by Indra's thunderbolt. Crying out, "My lord," she rolled about in agony. Angada also came there and dropped to the ground at his father's feet, overwhelmed with grief. Tara lamented loudly, "Get up, O tiger among monkeys. Why do you not greet me? Come with me now and lay upon your excellent couch. The bare ground is no place for a king to lay. Alas, it is obvious that the earth is more dear to you than myself, for you lie there embracing her with your outstretched arms. What shall I do? Where shall I go? I am lost." Crying like a female osprey, the intelligent Tara thought how her husband had banished Sugriva and stole his wife. Surely this was the fruit of those sinful deeds. How could she live now as a widow under the care of Sugriva, Vali's enemy? What would happen now to her dear son Angada? Tara had Tara held Vali's feet, who lay who still lay unconscious and was barely breathing. Hanuman gently comforted Tara. "This is the sure end of everybody, O gentle lady. All of us shall reap the results of our own deeds only, good or bad. As such, we gain nothing and do nothing for others by lamenting. Vali has reached the end of his allotted lifespan and will now rise to the higher regions. Do not grieve." Tara cried out in pain. She had no desire to live without Vali. Laying next to her husband, she determined to fast until death, following the path taken by Vali. As Tara sobbed, Vali opened his eyes and looked slowly about. Seeing Sugriva, he spoke to him affectionately. "Oh brother," this is Vali telling to Sugriva, "oh brother, please forgive my evil acts against you. Destiny did not decree that we should share happiness together. Accept now the rulership of the monkeys. I shall soon depart for Yamraj's abode." Vali asked his brother to be kind to Angada. He also asked that Sugriva carefully protect Tara, always seeking her advice on important matters. Ram's order should be closely followed, and Sugriva should always seek to please him. Sugriva, feeling despondent, nodded in assent to Vali's instructions. Vali then took off his celestial gold chain and gave it to Sugriv. Turning to Angada, he said in a whisper, "Dear son, I shall not depart from this word. Remain ever devoted to Sugriva's service, seeing him as you do myself, as you do myself." With his eyes rolling in pain and his teeth exposed, Vali gave up his life. His head fell to the side as he last breath gasped out. A great howl of sorrow went up from the many monkeys who stood surrounding Vali. "Alas, our Lord is gone. Who will protect us now? Who can equal Vali in strength and splendor?" Tara and Angada embraced Vali's body, wailing loudly. Sugriva was filled with remorse. He went before Ram and said, "I am a wretch who has caused the death of my own brother. Although he was always capable, my brother never killed me. But at the first opportunity, I have had him slain. How can I take the kingdom now, stained as it is with Vali's blood? How can I tolerate seeing Tara and Angada weeping bitterly on my account?" Sugriva became overwhelmed by his feelings. He felt sure he would reap the terrible results of the sin of fratricide and indeed the killing of a king. Vali was noble and had ruled the monkeys with justice and compassion. Having killed him, Sugriva was not fit to himself become a monarch. Everyone would simply condemn him. His only remorse was to enter fire along with the body of his brother. Sugriva begged Ram's permission to give up his life. The other monkeys could assist Ram in fighting Sita. Ram was moved to tears upon seeing Sugriva's piteous lamentations. As he considered the monkey's sorrowful words, Tara approached him and said, "O all powerful one, I too shall enter the fire along with Vali. I have no desire for life without my husband. Surely he will miss me, even among the Apsaras in heaven, for I have always been his most devoted servant." Tara begged Ram to kill her with the arrow which had slain Vali. "O Ram, the wife is always considered one with her husband. Therefore, you need not fear the sin of killing a woman. You will only be completing the task of killing Vali by taking my life. I cannot tolerate the pain of separation from my spouse. Surely you know only too well what that terrible pain is like." Ram looked compassionately at Tara, who had fallen to the ground. He consoled her most gently. "O wife of a hero, do not think in this way. The entire creation yields happiness and distress, one after another, for all created beings in accord with their destiny. Where will you go? Where will you go to avoid your fate? Be peaceful here. Having duly mourned for your husband, you will soon enjoy as much delight under Sugriva's protection as you did with Vali. Your son will become Prince Regent and will be honored, and you will be honored. All this is ordained by Providence. O Tara, the wives of heroes never lament as you are doing now. Ram instructed Tara according to the moral codes which applied to her race. On the death of her husband, she should accept his brother as her spouse and serve him as she had Vali. Tara became silent, gazing at Ram, who now turned to Sugriva to comfort him. Ram told Sugriva to take heart and attend to Vali's funeral. The soul of the monkey king would not be held by simply grieving for him. The time of grieving must soon end and duties must be performed. Ram said gravely, time controls everything. Vali has succumbed to all powerful time, going to the regions he has earned by his own act. Now time is urging you to perform your religious duties toward your brother. Sugriva stood looking at Ram. His mind was bewildered with grief and remorse. Lakshman took hold of the monkey's arm and told him to proceed with Vali's cremation. Lakshman gave detailed instruction to the confused Sugriva. Hearing the prince speak, Sugriva's attendants ran to carry out his orders. Ram again spoke to the grieving Tara. O Vanara queen, carefully consider whether or not this dead body of Vali was ever related to you. It is nothing but a collection of inert chemicals. The real person is the soul, not the body. In ignorance only do we form relationships based on bodily considerations, calling others husband, son, or friend. Ram explained that the soul is without designations. It is eternal and dwell only for a short time in the body. During our brief sojourn in our bodies, we form so many illusory relationships. But all of these would undoubtedly be broken by the force of time. The soul's real happiness lies in its relationship with God. Vali has now moved closer to that eternal relationship, and no one need to lament for him. As Ram spoke, Vali's grieving relatives felt relief. Gathering themselves together, they prepared for Vali's funeral. A beautiful woman palanquin was fetched. Vali's body was carefully laid out on it, and it was lifted by 8 powerful monkeys. Slap Prabhupada. Like it? Yesterday night I was reading this after our festival, and I was like, it's so nice. Like it? I mean,
It's also pleasant. You are narrating.
kids, where were kids? How they listen? Zoom.
No, kids
No,
would have
upstairs.
listened your
Oh, would have listened.
I think it's only the one simple activity by Wally, which is like he not updated, he kept the Sugriva with him. That's all. Is it the only one?
Solve problem.
That's what. It's just only one.
His life was very ethical.
Yeah.
Only Tara as devoted servant, but he was angry that Sugriva ditched him. So in that anger, he rejected Sugriva and he abducted Sugriva's wife.
Yeah, so that's the only one sin.
Ram said, because of that, you had to go to hell, but I saved you by punishing you. And because of this, now you are free from that and you go to heaven. Don't grieve.
Yeah.
It's over. Then Vali was like, really. See, Ram's words are so powerful. Okay. Actually, Sanatan Goswami says only those killed by Krishna are liberated. Killed by other incarnations may or may not be liberated. But anybody killed by Krishna directly, gone. Vali, I don't know if Vali knows Ram as Supreme Personality of God. I think even Sugriva doesn't know at this point of time. But they know them to be the most virtuous personality who can never do wrong. And Vali lamented, actually, I spoke harsh words to forgive me. Because The thing is, Ram's arrow, let me find Vali. Vali was full of anger and envy, na? And lust. But Ram's arrow brought him to consciousness. It took him few moments of anger that was still there, but finally he took a very pure role. His words telling Angada, Tara, he is the king. So much transformation. It reminds me of Daksha when he got a goat head. Previously, how was treating Lord Shiva, and after he got a goat head, his complete change. How he's like, you are the great one, oh Shiva, I mistreated you, please forgive me. Same way Bali is doing to Ram and Sugriva. So it's like very wonderful, very emotional pastime is happening. Like the nectar of the Leela lies in details. If you just hear he killed, gone, then no emotions are evoked actually. But when we hear details of conversation, that gives us the feeling of what is happening. Then it is said just by remembering the pastimes of Lord Ram, envy will go away from our heart. Just by remembering the pastimes of Lord. And through this, we are actually we are there at the scene. How many of you could feel like we are there at the scene and this conversation is going on? If you're not reading or listening, then some mind will be engaged somewhere else. But when we are doing this, then we are there with the Lord. Yes.
Ram ruled Ayodhya like 11,000 years. These 7 Kandas come only maybe less than 50 years. Not particular.
Yeah, it is also said that the pastimes of the Lord cannot be described. Even Anilakashesh cannot describe. But they take some pastime, they elaborate to give us a feeling only. But it's unlimited. Nobody can describe the pastimes of the Lord. Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami described one pastime of Lord dancing, and 500 verses are gone. And he's like, it's just one day and one instance I'm describing. How can I describe the pastimes of the Lord? How much can you describe? Every moment of pastime of the Lord is like full of.
Ram was his birthday, his marriage day, and he also became prince, right?
All the three on that day. That you all can answer. Yeah. Birthday.
Marriage day.
Marriage day also.
No,
No marriage day.
only birthday, only birthday.
Only birthday.
No, marriage day. His birthday. When every Ram, they do right.
That is to attract people. But very wonderful.
So this question I have to be asked.
I'm not very learned with Ramayan myself.
First time actually when Prabhupada came last time, he was elaborating about like Vali, how he did not recognize Ram, how he did not recognize Sugriva because outside everybody in the world can, even in the kingdom can recognize Vali and Sugriva as inside both are almost similar, so that's why like he's not recognizing who is who. And then he elaborated like he did not respect Lakshman, so that's why like he disrespected Guru. So he gave Radhani, then he accepted it. He elaborated very nicely.
Lakshman gave garland to Sugriva.
Yeah, by that time, Sugriva bowed down to Lakshman. So that's why like that sin got eradicated, then he's eligible to get blessings of him.
Somebody went back to Bhagavad.
Oh, Sabri.
Yeah.
Ram.
He went to India.
I mean, I think they are, I believe that they are all associates with Lord.
He wants to go to she requested that I go to my guru's place. My guru said he will come, so I think
Then what happened?
so Ram their guru already went to Vaikuntha or something. So she wants to stay with her guru instead of going to there. So she went to her guru to serve her guru.
but she would be an eternal associate of Lord Ram, right? Every associate in Ramayana is eternal associate of Lord Ram. That's my
Refer to Ayodhya. It's not the.
Vaikuntha.
It's
Yeah.
no, I
Yeah.
was thinking here.
Vaikuntha. Vaikuntha Ayodhya. It also Vaikuntha. Okay, प्रभु श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय, श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय, लॉर्ड भक्तवृंद की जय, लॉर्ड प्रेमानंदे। नरसिंह आरती कर रहे हैं। देव भगवान की जय, श्री श्री प्रहलाद महाराज की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय।
एक करके दो।
एक कर टुडे we'll end on Zoom. Thank you for joining.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Nandat Pranam.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hey.